Right. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. I want to sincerely appreciate everybody for coming for today's class. Thank you for attending yesterday's class. It was awesome. In fact, I, as a host, I enjoyed myself because, when you are teaching people and they are responsive and they are attending the training, you'll be so happy. Are you with me? Thank you for coming. God bless you so much. I know greatly that at the end of the day, you all will testify just the way that man I posted recently gave his own testimony. Thank you for coming. Now, you'll probably be wondering, what are we doing for today? Yesterday, briefly, I talked about the introduction of forex trading. I talked about exchange rates, and I talked about fundamental and technical and sentimental analysis. And yesterday, Mr. Ofoma asked me a very good question. He said that, what is the difference? Or how can I differentiate fundamental analysis from technical analysis from sentimental analysis? And I said that fundamental analysis is when you trade basically the news in the market. And don't worry, on the last day, I will show you sites you can use to trade the news and enjoy trading. Are you with me? And I also told him that for technical analysis, these are traders that use tools and drawing lines to make analysis. Are you with me? These are such technical traders. And for the last one, sentimental analysis, I said that sentimental analysis, these are when you predict with people's analysis. Are you with me? I said this is when you predict with people's analysis. Mr. Williams Jackson said he cannot hear me. Please, if you know you can hear me clearly, can you just type 1 in the chat box? I'll be waiting for all of you. If you know you can hear me clearly, chat 1 in the chat box, or you send me hi. I'm waiting for you. You can hear me clearly. Type 1 in the chat box. You can hear me clearly. Type 1 in the chat box. Okay, thank you, Mr. Alfoma. Mr. Alfoma can hear me clearly. Thank you. Who else? Who else? You can hear me clearly. Just type 1 in the chat box. Okay. Mr. Ukama Obong, can you hear me clearly? Mr. Matthew Jacobs, can you hear me clearly? Mr. Matthew Jacobs, can you hear me clearly? Oh, good. Thank you. I'm getting the response. Thank you. So let's kick start. What do you think we are doing for today? Today, we are taking pips, lots, leverage, charting platforms, brokers, traders, and this is all we'll be doing for today. Let's start. What exactly is a pip? What exactly is a pip? A pip is known as point in percentage, and it represents a tiny measure or a tiny measure of the change in a currency pair in the forex market. It can be measured in terms of the quotes or in terms of the underlying currency. Determining your profit and losses is an essential part of trading. So let's take a closer look at how pips and spread factors in this equation. Now, a pip is the smallest price change that an asset can make. In the forex market, currency pairs are often quoted in 4 decimal points as 0.001 change equates to 1 pip. You see, let me just quickly go into what we have for today. What is a pip? What is a pip? A pip is when you say, a pip is simply 1 over 10,000 for the forex market. And in fact, from analysis, that will be 0. Okay, maybe I should clear my screen and just start with. That's 0. That's 0.0001. So a pip is a fourth value from the decimals. The decimal is actually here. So the fourth value is 1, 2, 3, 4. So a pip is this. I repeat, a pip is the fourth value from the decimals. So when you have forex pairs, example of forex pairs are, I told you about exchange rates. Let's say you have something like 1.25, 1.25, 6, 2, 1. Let us do our quick calculation. If you look closely, you notice that the fourth value from the decimals here is 1, 2, 3, 4. So the fourth value is what? 2. Are you seeing it? The fourth value here is what? 2. So if somebody says that add 5 pips to this exchange rate, I repeat, if somebody says add 5 pips to this exchange rate, it means that you must add 5 to that 2. Are you with me? It means you must add 5 to that 2. But before I continue, remember I told you that if you have 0.0001, maybe 16, this one is called 1 pip, and this 6 is called 6 pipettes. Now listen carefully. The 1 pip is what you only have to deal with in the forex market. But the pipette, you have no business with the pipette. It is only the brokers that have business with that pipette. Are you with me? So somebody might be wondering, why am I adding 5 to this fourth value? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm adding 5 to it because that's what the broker I have to deal with. So 5 to that, then that will give me what? 1 comes down. 2 plus 5 is what? 7. 6 comes down. 5 comes here. 2 comes here. Point what? 0.1. I say it. 0.1. So I've successfully added 5 pips to that exchange rate. I've added 5 pips to that exchange. What if somebody says add 10 pips to that exchange rate? It's also very simple. You come here, you add 10 here. 1 and 0. 2 plus 0 is what? That's 2. 6 plus 1 is what? That's 7. Are you saying it? I successfully added 10 pips to that exchange rate. Are you there? I successfully added what? 10 pips to that exchange rate. What if someone tells me that, Mr. Godspower, add 200 pips to that exchange rate? Add 200 pips to that exchange rate. So if I come here, I'll cancel this. I'll come here and add the 200 here. Since it is the fourth value, I'll start from here 0, 0, and I'll put 2 here. So if I do my mathematics so closely, you will see that if I cancel everything here, that will be what? That will be what? 1 plus 1 will come down. 2 plus 0 is 2. 6 plus 0 is 6. Then 5 plus 7 is 5 plus 2 is 7. 2 comes down. 0.1. I've added 200 pips to this. Somebody might be wondering, why don't you go to TradingView and show me how to do this? Let's go to TradingView. Right here on my TradingView, I'm launching it. I will show you what pip seems to look like there. One thing about me, I like to do practical so that we understand exactly what we are doing. So, by the grace of God, if I come to TradingView, tradingview.com, I will teach you TradingView in my further classes. I'll come to products, then I'll click on charts. Yesterday, I taught you about currency pair. You see some currency pairs here right now. TradingView is a platform technical analysts use to predict the forex market. I repeat, TradingView is a platform where technical analysts they use to predict the market. Look at it. By the left-hand side, you see values like 1.03500. This is a very good example of a peak. So the difference between these two, let me go to the test. So let's say at that value, I have 1.0400. Then minus 1.03525. So let's do the mathematics. Oh, let's do the mathematics of that. If I use my calculator, you see that 1.4, please, can you see my calculator? If you can see my calculator, just tell me yes, please. 1.04000. Please, who can see the calculator? Minus 1.03525. You can see that we have exactly 0.00475. So the pips in this place is 47 pips. Are you seeing it? The pips in this case is what? 47 pips. So that is that about forex pips. What about JPY pairs? Example of JPY pairs are GPP, JPY. Example of JPY pairs are GPP, JPY, Euro JPY, so on and so forth. Now, JPY pairs, their own pips is 0.01. Let's say 0.015. So the second value from the decimals is for JPY pairs, which is 1 pip. Then this other one, the 5 is 5 pipettes. This is for JPY pairs. You can go on Google. You know what? Let me do something for you guys. I don't want you guys to miss anything here. Let's go on Google and check for JPY pairs. You see an example of them. JPY pairs. Don't worry, I will show you. I know you can't see my screen. On Google, example of JPY pair, you can see CAD JPY, CHF JPY, Euro JPY, GPP JPY. You can see that all their pairs are actually 104.13, 140.06. They're always like 136, 137, one blah blah blah, so on and so forth. Now come to my screen. You see that for these JPY pairs, a very good example of JPY pair, let me clear my screen so that it will be very clear, is when you have something like 140.46. Are you saying it? So if you have 140.46, somebody is saying add 5 pips to this. Very simple. I'll just come here and put 5 pips here. If I put 5 pips here, 6 comes down, 4 plus 5, that's 9. Then 0 comes down, 4 is here, and 1. Can you see? So that's 140.96. Are you seeing it? So that's 140.96. So that's that about pips. That's that about pips. Are you with me? Don't worry, in further classes, I will explain more about pips, and of course, I will try my best to break it down in those other classes. Lots. Lots represent the size of your trade in forex. In another interpretation, lot is the number of currency units you will trade in forex. Are you with me? So now, there are 4 types of lots. They are standard lots, they are mini lots, they are micro lots, and they are nano lots. The reason why I'm not talking about nano lots is that nano lots is so small, it is mostly negligible. But let me explain myself on lot size. Like we said, lot size predicts the volume of your account. Let's say who is in the house again? Let's say somebody like Mr. Henry has $100. He wants to deposit in the forex market. I expect Mr. Jared to say, there's a formula for lots, X over 10,000. That's the formula. So Mr. Jared has $100. 100 divided by 10,000. Plus, I'm talking about lot size now, not pips. 0 cancels zeros. 1 divided by 100 is what? 0.01. 0.01. So Mr. Henry has a micro lot size. So what Mr. Henry has is what? A micro lot size. A micro lot size is a lot size that ranges from what? $100 to $900. A micro lot size is a lot size that ranges from $100 to what? To $900. So if somebody like Mr. Henry comes to me and says he wants to deposit $700, his lot size should be what? 700 divided by 10,000. And that is what? 0.007. Are you with me? And that is a what? A micro lot size. What if Mr. Peter or Mr. Matthew calls me that Mr. Godpower, I have $1,000. What will be my lot size? 1,000 divided by 10,000. Zeros cancel zeros. 1 divided by 10. That's what? 0.1. 0.1 is what? A mini lot size. 0.1 is what? A mini lot size. Now listen, class. A mini lot size is a lot size that ranges from what? $1,000 to $9,000. So if somebody comes to me with $8,000, I mean, if you have $8,000 in the forex market, you're a big boy. Forget it. When I mean big boy, 10 pips of that $8,000 alone, 10 pips of that $8,000 alone will give you $80 in a day. Geo mathematics right now to withdraw is 600 naira in hot forex. So in a day, if you make only 10 pips, you are making 48,000 naira. Imagine, you are making 48,000. So that's that. The father of all is standard lot size. Standard lot size are lot sizes that are 10,000 above. A very good example of that is when you have 10,000 divided by 10,000. 10,000 divided by 10,000 is 1. And this is what? A standard lot size. And this is what? A standard lot size. Plus a standard lot size. In fact, these ones are the richest of all in the forex market. Do you know what this means? It means that you have more than $10,000 in the forex market. Guess what? If you trade 10 pips on $10,000 in a day, you make nothing less than 10 pips alone is a normal average. In fact, most Nigerian salaries in Nigeria these days is not up to 60,000. It's not, let's be very sincere here. $100 in a day, that's 60,000 naira. If you have, how much is $10,000? $10,000 as I speak to you, if you deposit $10,000, that is exactly 6.1 million naira. Imagine you are using 6.1 million naira every day. If you know what you are doing, I mean, you are not greedy. You just decide to go with 10 pips or 20 pips in a day. You go with 10 pips in a day, that's 600,000. Sorry, 60,000. If you now go for 50 pips in a day, that's 300,000 naira in 6.1 million. Plus, I am not just calling millions because million is sweet in my mouth. I am telling you the reality of how to earn well in this business. Are you with me? So that's that. Let's proceed. The next one I like to talk about is leverage. Leverage results from using borrowed capital as a funding source when investing to expand the firm's asset base and generate returns rates. Now, I will give you this PDF like I did yesterday. What's leverage? Leverage is this. Brokers will say, Mr. Gospower, we know you don't have money. Bring $100. We will boost this $100 in the forex market to a big amount. But the boosting depends on the leverage they use. If you look at my screen, you see that there is a required margin of $200, and in a notional value, it is $10,000. That is a leverage of what? 50 to 1. And that's exactly what the brokers will do. Are you with me? Let's do a short mathematics again. Clearing my screen. I have $100. Let's say I, as Gospower, my name, I have $100 in the forex market. My broker tells me that, Mr. Gospower, use a leverage of 5. You know, I laughed. That is how exactly my account manager speaks. He has this intonation in it. So I remember very, you know, if you register with any broking firm, especially with Up Forex, you have an account manager that you can always get access to when you have problems with your accounts. Are you with me? So look at it. You multiply this. This is exactly $50, $50,000. $50,000 is what they will see your $100 like in the financial market. But in reality, you will think you just only have $100. But $50,000 is exactly what you see. Let me tell you, brokers will not do this for you for free. That is why it is a broking firm, and that's where they make their money from. They will charge you spread, they will charge you commissions. That's why if you don't have a good mentor, you wouldn't know the right account to open. There are several types of accounts. There's a commission account, there's a zero account, and there's normal spread account. Are you with me? So when you know the right account to open, you will know how to manage your money in the forex market. As I can never open a zero account. A zero account means that the brokers will charge me commission. And most cases, let me not lie to you, their commissions are large, especially when the money you have in the financial market is big. Are you with me? Let's proceed. The next one is brokers. Brokers are firms that provide traders with access to a platform that allows them to buy and sell foreign currencies. Like I said, I'll give this PDF. Who are brokers? You know, I gave you a story yesterday that years back, there was nothing like Forex. MetaTrader 4 came into existence 2005. MetaTrader 4 came into existence 2005. MetaTrader 5 came into existence 2013. Now, as of 2003, nobody had the platform to trade the financial markets. Now, there's a platform. Who introduced this platform? The brokers. The brokers introduced MetaTrader 4 and MetaTrader 5 that, Mr. Gospel and Mr. Peter, we know you want to make money. Download this platform, use it to trade. And in fact, the platform is serving as an intermediary between I and the forex markets. Are you with me? So that is brokers. Now, you need to listen carefully to what I'm about to say. There are some broken things that are very good. And if you look at what I'm going to do this evening, I'm not saying these all broken things are not good. Please don't get me wrong. The ones I've worked with and my students have worked with, I personally, I am with up for it. And guess what? I've never seen a reason to change them. These people are so unique. Let me place a withdrawal now. 7 a.m. tomorrow, I'll get alert. The last time I withdrew from my Up Forest account, they shocked me. I placed a withdrawal. They gave me my money in 1 hour, 30 minutes. In fact, that day I just said, wow, I needed cash. And I just said, let me take this risk. And if you take withdrawals after 10 a.m., it's a next day transfer. But I just said, okay, let me just take it. It was exactly like 10:30. I got my money before 12. I mean, how unique can a broken firm be? As I am an affiliate marketer to them. I partner with them. How? If you register through my link, when you trade, I get some commissions. If somebody registers through that link I gave to you or through your own link, when you trade, you also get your commission. I can't even predict how much I've even made from there. Like, I have my money in my wallet. I have my money in my affiliate account. Are you with me? So that's Up Forex. Exness is another wonderful broken firm. But just that, Exness based only with MetaTrader 5. I will explain that in the advanced class. Exness trade based mostly with what? MetaTrader 5. And AvaTrade is a good one. OctaFX is also good. In fact, many of you should have been hearing the advert of OctaFX. Let's proceed. There are several types of charting platforms. We have the NinjaTrader, TradingView, and Finvix. Like I showed you, the example I was trying to show you on technical analysis was on TradingView. TradingView are mostly used by technical traders. We have 6 types of traders. We have the scalp trader, the day trader, position trader, algorithmic trader, event-driven trader, so on and so forth. But let me start with the scalp trader. Scalp traders are traders that trade very short term. Let me explain this quickly. You see, there are some people that when they come into the forex market, they will say, Mr. Godspower, I just made my money sharp, I left. Those are the scalpers. They don't even want to wait for take profit. Boom, they shoot in the market, make their money, they go. The day traders are also this type of traders that they also shoot like the scalp traders. One thing I've noticed about the scalp traders and the day traders is they never like their trade to go over to the next day. If their trade should go over to the next day, there's something called swap fee. Swap fee is a fee broker will charge you when your trade goes over to the next day. So that's one thing about scalp trader and day trader. The next one is swing traders and position traders. Swing traders are traders that hold on to trade for a long time, and they usually trade. When the trade goes up as a buy, they enter. One reason why I don't like swing trading is this: there's every tendency that many of your trades will go over to the next day, and when they go over to the next day, you have a lot of swap fees. Don't worry. If you are consistent with this class, I will be teaching you some things, seeing you the disadvantages of leaving your trades in the market for a long time. I'll show you a lot of things, deeper things that will marvel you, especially tomorrow. We're going to do real technical work tomorrow. Algorithmic traders. These are traders that design robots. For instance, I'm designing a robot and I'm through with it. That robot, I've placed it I'm backtesting it. Once I'm through, I'm going to sell that robot. Please, class, I must tell you, you can just go online and check how much robots are sold. Robots are not cheap. I know somebody wanted to sell robot to me in the US for $6,000. I'm not lying here. I'm telling you what I know. That was almost 2-3 years ago. So because of that, I designed my own robot. And it works efficiently, but I'm still on it. Event-driven traders are traders that keep up to world news. These type of traders are almost like fundamental analysts. Are you with me? So I think I have to stop here and say some further things. Now, we have come to the end of day 2. There are some things I must say. Tomorrow, I don't know. I think Mr. Offorma will do me a favor. I need Mr. Offorma to download Meta. I will tell you what to download tomorrow morning so that we can work with this. Mr. Offorma, can you unmute yourself? I need you to install MetaTrader 4 on your phone. Tomorrow, There's a way I will connect Mr. Offorma's phone, and Mr. Offorma will be able to what? As I'm talking, he will be able to show the class what it does. Are you with me? So that will be exactly tomorrow. Now, another thing I need you all to know is this. 4 days is actually not enough for Forex trading. I must be very candid with you. After today's class, we have another class tomorrow, and we have another free class on Thursday. Now, for there will, if you heard me, I said something about an advanced class. An advanced class is a class that will come up on Monday. I am making this announcement now so that you get prepared as regards Monday. An advanced class is a class that will come up on Monday. And that class is going to take place from 8th of August to 22nd of August. If you listen to me carefully yesterday, I told you that some people are actually in the advanced class, and I'm training them presently. It's a full 2 weeks practical class. We are not going there to read materials. In fact, as far as I'm concerned, I'm reading materials here. Are you with me? But thank God, these materials I'm reading, they are materials that can be beneficial to you. Because I know some of us, we are new in Forex, and we have some have no idea of Forex. But this advanced class, for you to partake in this advanced class, for you to be part of this advanced class, then you must subscribe to it. And the fee to subscribe to this advanced class is exactly 10,000 naira. Are you with me? The fee to subscribe to this advanced class is exactly what? 10,000 naira. Please listen carefully. That fee covers both the class for 2 weeks and both the class for mentorship. I've heard people saying that Forex, you can never do Forex in 2 weeks. Well, I have seen people who have been a trader for 25 years. I have a lot of friends on so many sites. They have been traders for 25 years, but I'm sorry to say, they have nothing to really show for it. Like, I'm really a trader. If you're a trader, you should show. There should be a proof that you are a trader. Are you with me? Now, this fee is for that advanced class and that mentorship. Please, that is my account details. Once you make payment to that account details, please, I beg you, send a screenshot to me. If you make payment, you don't send a screenshot or you don't call me, how would I know paid into my account? Please. And if, for instance, I have some of you, I have your numbers, you make payment into the account, it's something I can even call you. Are you with me? To let you know I've seen your money. Are you with me? So that is that. Please, is there any question before I go? Please. Tomorrow is a pure technical class. I expect, please, Mr. Alfoma, you are going to be helping me with MetaTrader 4 so that I teach the class. Any question before we go? We have just 3 minutes more, please. Any question before I go, please?
My question is on the type of trade that you mentioned.
Okay.
Yes.
What's your question?
My question is on the type of trade that you mentioned. You mentioned
6 type of traders. I mentioned the
yes.
swing, day.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So what's your question exactly on the types of trades?
But I just want to know the different types of trade and their functions.
Yeah, this PDF, I'm going to drop the PDF for you, sir, so that you see it.
Oh, okay.
I will drop it.
Okay.
I'll drop the PDF. So,
okay. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Is there any other question for me before I go, please? Is there any other question for me? Is there any other question? Okay. If there is no other question, thank you very much, class. I appreciate you for coming. God bless you. See you exactly tomorrow. Please, I need you all to come tomorrow. Mr. Alfoma,
Sir?
have in mind that I will be using your phone for practicals tomorrow, please. Thank you very much.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, no problem. Should I download it through a Play Store?
No, don't worry. I will give the instructions tomorrow morning exactly 8 a.m.
Okay.
I'll give the instructions tomorrow morning. Yeah. Thank you very much, everybody.
Okay.
Yeah, God bless you. Mr. Gbadamosi, please ask your question before we go. We have just 1 minute. Mr. Shino, ask your question before I go, please. Mr. Shino, ask your question. Okay. I think the man is not, the man is having a network problem. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much, everybody. See you.
Thank you, sir. I
Yeah.
appreciate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate.
Thank you. All right.
God bless you, sir.
Yeah. Hope you'll be available for tomorrow's class, Mr. Peters.
What you are saying is not new to me,
Okay.
but just like as you are saying in advanced class,
Okay.
because it happened that I'm trading already, but there are some challenges that are confronting me
I understand.
seriously that I want
That advanced class,
to
you will conquer
figure out so
everything.
that I can,
Mm.
so that the thing will just go straight.
Yes. Yeah.
So that some of us that are new,
Yeah.
they don't know this thing, the do's and don'ts.
Of course.
But I just want to advance myself so that I don't want to be losing money again.
Yes. Yes. Of course. Of course.
I don't want to be losing money.
Mm. Thank you very much, sir.
What all that I've been saying, following it. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Okay. I will
Okay,
see
sir.
everybody tomorrow.
Yeah. God bless you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Bye.
All right.
See you all tomorrow.
Yeah.
Bye.